What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Hannon Adventures channel. Welcome to my first podcast. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, fantastic day. It is 8:21 p.m. here in Shelby, North Carolina. This podcast will be different series, and this series tonight is about my state of North Carolina. All right, because I have a lot of people that watches my channel that's from Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, and all kinds of places. So I'm just giving some information about my wonderful state of North Carolina, just in case anybody wants to visit us. All right, everybody. The We are located southeastern region of the United States. We are the 28th largest state. We are the ninth most populous of the 50 states of the United States. We are having a lot of people come to North Carolina in the last few years. Our population is growing substantially. Um, I don't know why, but we have a lot of different things here in North Carolina. We have the Charlotte, which is the biggest city here in North Carolina, is our local news. They have the Carolina Panthers, my favorite NFL football team of all time. And while we're on the subject of sports, the Charlotte, North Carolina, is getting their first Major League Soccer team. That is right, everyone. Major League Soccer is coming to Charlotte, North Carolina. That is unbelievable. But they just announced it the other day. And also, we have one of the biggest tracks in NASCAR, if you like the racing. You probably been there, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's in Charlotte, and I am about 45 minutes away from Charlotte, North Carolina. And what I love about North Carolina and why I live here, I live in Shelby, Patterson Springs, which is part of Shelby to me, part of Cleveland County. We are on the bottom end of North Carolina, and we almost in the middle. To the west of Shelby, North Carolina, you have the mountains. Um, I'm only 3.5 hours away from the wonderful, beautiful Blue Ridge Parkway and all the mountains, and to Cherokee Casino, which is Indian reservation. If you've never been to Cherokee, if you ever come to North Carolina, you need to check that out. It is a beautiful, beautiful area, and not only, I mean, you don't have to go to the casino. It has they have a big zoo, like a nature preserve thing, and they have a area where they have the Indians doing a actual show. Um, but it's fantastic. They say. I'm sorry, y'all, but my throat is messing up on me. Of course, when I want to do my podcast, and to the east of us here in Shelby, North Carolina, we are 4 hours away from the Atlantic Ocean. We go, but when we from us in Shelby, if we go to the beach, we usually go to Myrtle Beach, which is right below us down in South Carolina. And we are really popular in the Civil War. If you have, if you like the war stuff, North Carolina had a lot of big parts in the Civil War. We have the Kings Mountain National Park, where an actual battle occurred. We have the um, it slipped my mind, but I should not do that. Shame on me. But the biggest thing that we have around here is the Great Smoky Mountains. They're so close to us. It is beautiful up there, and it's gonna be one of my things I'm gonna do next spring. I will get a vlog on the Blue Ridge Parkway up at the Great Smoky Mountains for you. All right. All right, I was looking at something for you. All right, here in North Carolina, we are big on tobacco. We up toward the east. If you leave here from Shelby and go to the east, we are the biggest, one of the biggest tobacco producers in the United States. We have a lot of that, and 30 minutes from me uh, is a big apples. They do a lot of stuff for the apples. But if you've never been to North Carolina, you must come to North Carolina, take a visit if you ever get a chance. Some things that's wonderful for you to see as a visitor. One thing is the Biltmore House. All right, the Biltmore House is a huge, huge museum in Buncombe County in Asheville. It is the largest home, and it's America's largest home. It was built by George Vanderbilt. It is 8,000 acres long. I mean, it's 8,000 acres. The Grand Estate. I mean, they have a winery on there. You can go and taste the wine. They have the cottages on the estate that you can rent. They have all kinds of events. But the area is 10.86 miles. It was built from 1889 to 1995. That is crazy, huh? All right. And also, we also have, trying to find my back button here. I have to use my phone because there's so much stuff to remember. You know, it's just hard to write everything down. All right. Also, we have the Pigsa National Forest, which is a beautiful up toward the mountains. It's a national forest, beautiful waterfalls, beautiful creeks. It is just so beautiful. It's an awesome place to go take pictures. We have a place here close to that's closer to me called South Mountain. South Mountain is a fantastic place to go walk trails, and it is a hike, like a 2 mile hike, straight up the mountain to the top of the waterfall. But I'm telling you what, it is worth the view. It is fantastic, y'all. It's so beautiful. Also, we have Grandfather Mountain here in North Carolina. Um, Matter of fact, when I got married, me and my wife got married, we went there um, right after we got married. Grandfather Mountain used to have a swinging bridge across the gorge, but it got a little dangerous, especially with the high winds. So they made it still now. It will not move. We also have the Chimney Rock. It's huge. They actually have an elevator you could ride to the top. The rock looks like a chimney. That's why it's called Chimney Rock. It's a big tourist area. They have all kinds of stores and all kinds of stuff to buy. It is wonderful, y'all. I'm telling you. And also, you have Cape Hatteras, which is down at the coastline, and the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. The Cape Hatteras Lighthouse is known to be haunted, and I'm a big haunted. I love my haunted stuff. I want to go visit that. I haven't gone to visit that yet, but if you heard that, I apologize. That was my email thing coming across. But it was constructed in 1845, and the current tower was rebuilt in 1870. But it's in Buxton, North Carolina. Part of Cape Hatteras Seashore. The Outer Banks is a barrier of islands on the North Carolina coast that separates the Atlantic Ocean from the coastal sounds and inlets. And the total height is 210 feet, which, hold on. I apologize, everyone. We got a roller coaster at Carowinds. That's another fun fact thing. We have a season pass. If you have not watched any of my videos, go back on my videos. I have a Carowinds trip from this year and last year, but we have a new roller coaster, and it's 310 feet. It is the fifth largest roller coaster in the United States, and it gets up to 90 miles an hour. Oh my gosh, and then my mind just went blank. I apologize. Uh, my throat's messing with me, but I hope you're enjoying this podcast. I like to talk, so but I'm gonna have to come up with some other ideas for you. If you have any questions about North Carolina, you can leave them on this video. Then I'll do a Q&A podcast and answer everybody's questions. But a lot of people coming from other areas to North Carolina to work. We used to be big on textile mills, but all the textile mills, closed down and left to Mexico and all these other countries, which I hate because I was making good money. I miss working the textile mills. That's the only thing I hate about what left here in North Carolina. I'll tell you what, get paid every week, good vacation time, good holiday pay. You just don't get stuff like that no more. And they just send it all out to be for cheaper pay, which is a shame. All right, y'all. And also in North Carolina, our biggest agriculture is poultry and eggs, our milk. We have a lot of cattle farms, sweet potatoes, and soybean. Soybean is really huge here in North Carolina. Um, and if I say too much, I apologize. I'll get better at this. This is my first podcast, and I'm gonna get better on better subjects. But I figured I'll do North Carolina, the state I live in. I mean, what else could I do for the first vlog here at Hannon Adventures? All right, we are the Tar Heel State. We are the first in flight. If y'all didn't know, the Wright brothers, the fathers of aviation, had their first successful flight here in North Carolina, and it was at Kitty Hawk. And you can go to Kitty Hawk and visit. And also North Carolina and was voted one of the best places to live. And Charlotte has become a popular destination for a lot of people. But Charlotte, you could not pay me to live in Charlotte. I need to go get a vlog of Charlotte for y'all. But I'm telling you, in Charlotte, they have a shooting, at least one automatic is shooting every day, and sometimes two to three a day, every single day. There is a shooting or killing in Charlotte every single day. I mean, the wrecks in Charlotte. Let me look at it right quick. I got it. You talk about traffic in Charlotte. It is substantially crazy. I do not like going to Charlotte. If they're talking about putting a train from Charlotte to Belmont, and if they ever do that, I will be going to I will be going Charlotte, riding that train, and all right, let's bring it up here. All right, just for instance, I got this right here: 33,358 car accidents in 1 year. And that's just for Charlotte. That ain't counting for all the other cities, including us here in Shelby. That's just Charlotte. Charlotte is very huge. A lot of people. It's just it's just crazy, y'all. I would not want to live there, but they have a lot of stuff in Charlotte. A lot of stuff going on. Um, I gotta get my phone to cooperate with me. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic day so far. Um, I hope I can get better at my podcast. I promise I will. Normally, you're not supposed to see the person who does the podcast, but my webcam on my computer, it's for some reason I can't put a scene behind it. But this is all right. I can live with this. But I want somebody. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and I will be glad to answer them for you on the next one. I'm gonna come up with a good idea for my next podcast. But I think the name of my podcast is going to be Carolina Man Podcast. I think I'm going to go with that. Carolina Man Podcast. And I'm just going, the podcast will be different each time, whatever's going on, you know. That's what I'm going to do. Right now it's Christmas time. We got all kinds of stuff. Oh, and if you want to know the temperatures here in North Carolina, in December, the high is usually 54. Our lows are usually 34. January it's 51 and 31. But I tell you, it's nasty out there tonight. We got some cold rains, and it's just awful. And hotels around here is not that bad neither. Here in Shelby, we have decent prices. You know, you could get a nice hotel room for anywhere from $50 to about $80 a night. And but if you in Charlotte, Charlotte will cost you for a hotel in Charlotte will cost you about $100 to $200 a night. It's a score where you going. We're going to Dollywood next year, and Dollywood it's going to cost the cheapest hotel is $100. The Dollywood hotel, the new one they built, $200 a night. Outrageous, crazy, man. $200. Think about that. And just to let y'all know, me and Mike Trench, uh, if you were subscribed to his channel, but me and Mike Trench is going to be getting together. We're going to be doing a podcast together. Just don't know when. We'll let you know. And I just hope everybody's enjoying this. I hope I'm doing okay for you. But like I say, I will get better. And we talk about jobs. We have a pretty good amount of jobs around here. Like in Shelby, you know, we got a lot of security jobs available right now. Um, the Walmart, we have the big Walmart superstore, and I mean Walmart, the distribution center. They hiring a lot. We also have Dole. It's the biggest Dole on this side. It's the biggest Dole in the world out of all the 8 plants. There's 8 of them, and Dole in Bedford City, we have the biggest one, and they always hiring. If you came to Shelby and want a job, you can get a job there, and they pay pretty good. You have to go through a tip service first and show that you're willing to work, and then Dole will hire you straight on. And I mean, there's jobs in there making 18, $20 an hour for red hats. Um, yeah, there's a lot of jobs around here. It's just core what you want to do. Um, and our crime rate, it's not that bad. You know, we usually don't have a we usually don't have no murder. I mean, I can't remember when the last murder was, and I think it was of a cop. Um, but we just don't have like Charlotte. You have shootings every day and this and that. We don't have stuff like that. We had our that's my mom messaging me right here while I'm doing my podcast. Mom, I'm doing my podcast. What do you know? What are you doing, Mom? But I hope if you ever decide to want to come to North Carolina, and if you want to know any information, you can get to holler at me on my videos, and I can give you any information that you want. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this podcast, um, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna come up with a better idea, and I'm gonna do it, and I'll come up with a better podcast the next, and I promise you. I just got to get this figured out, but I wanted to do this first one, and I enjoyed myself sitting here. I've enjoyed talking to people. I enjoy talking, period. So I am using my PlayStation, my PS4 headset, so you can hear me better. And I think it's working out good. I think I can just download this to my computer and get it downloaded to YouTube, and I'll be in business. But I hope if you had, I thank you so much to everybody who watches my videos. Y'all know I watch you back. And to all my new subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know I subbed you back. And if you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. If you got videos, if you've got a channel, I will sub you back. So for me, Tracy Hannon from Shelby, North Carolina, this has been Carolina Man Podcast.